Hello everyone and welcome back to another draft video. My name is Jeff Hoagland and it's been a little while, you know? It's the first time we've had a full week's gap in between. But let's dive right in here. Rotpaw Gang, very powerful, go over the top rare, 6/6 for 6, could sacrifice the troop to gain flight or life drain permanently. While this is in your crypt, you can sacrifice troop to put this back in your hand. 10 out of 10 gonna pick that up. Might pass this up for like a premium removal spell like a Decree of Banishing or a Strangle or a Pyre Strike, but without any of those in the pack, I think it's 10 out of 10, we're just gonna take that. Speaking of premium pieces of removal, yeah, I'm 10 out of 10 going to go ahead and pick this Decree of Banishing up. Other cards in this pack that pop out at me is Mushmouth, potentially being reasonable. Web Spinner Prelate's a card that I've kind of grown fond of. Outflank is okay. Eager Lackey is fine. The rest of these uncommons are kind of medium minus. Furious Blitzer is an okay card. Failroot Text is an okay card, but Decree of Banishing is 10 out of 10 the most powerful card in this pack, so we're going to go ahead and pick that up. And again here, we get past another good diamond card. Blessed Scout is very reasonable. Every time it diligences, it conscripts an Ardent Troop with cost 1. Just like reasonable stats on a 2-drop. Good early defensive card and can generate its value as the game goes along. I always wonder what people are doing when their picks take this long. I talk about almost every card in the pack, and usually we're done long before. Please, Hex Gods, if you're listening, async draft sometime soon. Okay, thanks. So this pack has a decent diamond card in it and Razor Edge Duelist here, but there's also this Feed the Flames here, and like 3 people have taken cards out of this pack, and if this Feed the Flames goes much farther, it tells people they should maybe be moving into Ruby. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up Feed the Flames. I think it's objectively the most powerful card in the pack. And we've got like 2 quality pieces of removal here already in our first 3 cards. We're not necessarily married to Blood or Ruby yet, but I think we have good starts in both, obviously, between this bomb and this piece of removal. One thing that's also worth mentioning is that, like, if we end up wanting to, like, splash Ruby in a Blood Diamond deck, the Awaken Herald is a card that can help us do that. It helps fix his thresholds in both of those types. Speaking of Awaken Herald, and she will appear. Nothing too exciting in this pack in Ruby or Diamond. The Blood cards are like okay. Web Spinner Prelate is fine. Wicked Web Spawn actually isn't particularly powerful. I feel like it's kind of hard to get a lot of scrounge payoffs going on. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Prelate here because this card can be really pretty powerful if you get a Dreadling theme going. So we'll pick that up for now. Again, not quite married to any particular plan or strategy yet. Sit in Dad's lap, bud.
No.
Today can be draft with Jake Day.
Oh no.
Oh no!
No. Oh no.
Does Timmy the Lamb have any draft tips? He's got a lot to learn. I've heard the theme song. In this pack, Bloodbearer pushes us along nicely in the Dreadlings plan, or we could potentially grab this Ayotachi Cavalry here. Stop pulling my mouse pad up, child. Brat. I'm going to evict you if you don't stop. So we could grab the Blood Bearer here, or we could grab the Iotachi Cavalry. They kind of drive us in two different directions. I feel like the fact that we have the Rotpaw gang here means I should be driven towards taking the Blood Bearer, perhaps. I guess also if we want to be in Diamond, though, I'm going to grab the Iotachi Cavalry. It's a pretty powerful Ruby card, and Dreadlings in Diamond Blood doesn't sound particularly great. And, like, that's what Blood Bearer and Webspinner Prelate are pushing us towards. This pack's, like, medium minus at best. Rift Spasm. Gallant Duelist is probably the closest thing to playable. I've registered this on a draft deck for and not completely hated myself. Staunch Resolve is a card that you play in Sealed sometimes when you're short and occasionally in draft. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and grab the Duelist out of here and see what else we have coming around. That pack in general felt like it was a little bit weak. I think I'm going to hide the Rotpaw and the Webspinner Prelate for now. And focus on what we have going on here. Another Webspinner. It is early enough that picking up Spirit-Bound Vicars could be reasonable. I also don't hate a Vanquish, like, third piece of removal. I'm going to go and pick up the Vanquish. Destroy target troop with power 4 or more. Usually it blows people out when they play a combat troop. We've got more than enough Ardent troops in Ruby Diamond that this can likely end up generating a Valor for us more times than not. This is our first pack coming back around to us here. The rest of this pack is pretty weak. I'm not super excited about Dream Guide. The problem with this card is it's a 3-drop that you usually can't play on the third turn of the game to get full value out of it because you need a 1-cost troop in your crypt to get back. I think I'm just going to take the Wakuna Lookout. In case we end up in a Sockets Matter deck, this could be okay. I also play this card with the Valor on occasion. It's not completely awful. You can't play it on the first turn with the Valor, but you can play it on the second turn and generate a Valor. Because you can't have Ruby and Diamond on the first turn of the game. Again, nothing super exciting in here. Staunch Resolve is a card I'm not really interested in playing. I'm going to grab the Scraptooth Gnasher on the off chance we end up getting a couple of these, and then we get some Bashers in the third pack. Again, the risk on Gnasher is not only not getting more Gnashers and stuff, but the Basher is the real payoff for the Scraptooth Gnasher pair, and you need to have a good pack 3 to get that, so you can kind of move in and end up being kind of disappointed. Kind of the dredge end of the pack here, not a whole lot to talk about. We'll grab a Barrier Bot, I guess, because I've seen people... I don't think I've ever registered a Barrier Bot in a draft deck. I've definitely boarded it in, but, like, starting it is kind of embarrassing. I feel like that means you didn't quite draft enough. Draft enough powerful cards. Searchsmith Engineer. Yeah, I'm going to grab the Friar Tusk, actually. This is a card I'll board in against Dreadling strategy just because it blocks well. They attack into it, and it's got life drain, so they need more than 3 Dreadlings to attack through it profitably, which is nice. Or they need some kind of Anthem effect. I guess I'll grab the Awakened Herald here for now. No guarantee that we play that, but this could help enable a splash if we get a powerful Blood or Sapphire card we're interested in playing. For instance, if we pick up something like a Phoenix Guard Lancer, that's definitely a card I'd be interested in splashing into a Ruby Diamond deck. Nothing too interesting here. I guess we'll grab the Relentless Zombie. Uh-oh. There's a Rift Spasm. I don't think that's worth splashing, especially when we're in 2 different types of troops. Like, again, I've talked about this a few times in my different drafts, but I think Rift Spasm is the weakest of the Charges Matters payoffs. Rock Slider followed by Arena Regular are definitely the best too. Hide Lookout for now and hide Herald. If we're drafting for dollar bills, we take the Well of Instinct. We're going to draft to win, though. Let's grab the second Decree of Banishing. Having 2 Decrees in my deck is fantastic. Hopefully, we get paid off for being in Ruby in our third pack. The best Ruby cards in this draft format are coming out of the set 5 pack. That's the third pack you draft, so picking up quality removal as our base before then is fantastic, setting ourselves up to get paid off well. Oh no! Wow. Yeah, we'll take the Decree of Banishing. Wouldn't mind if the Galleon Spearcliff wheels around here, but yeah, the triple... Huh. We're not super married to the Ruby either at this point, so if we see another powerful payoff that, like, wants to encourage us to play a deck that can go long, like with Ada, we might. Almost certainly don't need this Vanquish at this point. There's another Iotachi Cavalry here. Yeah, I don't think Shackling Strands is worth giving up the other cards I already have, so yeah, I'm just going to grab another Cavalry here. This card can't be blocked by non-Valorous troops when it becomes Valorous, so hopefully we can get a Spearcliff Knight or two in this pack, and then some quality Valor Producers in the next one, and then make that card be one of our kind of evasive win conditions. Okay, we got a Galleon Spearcliff that came back around here, so 10 out of 10 gonna go ahead and pick that up. Diamond Saver's like close to playable removal, but we've already got so much quality removal in our deck, we're basically just looking for threats to actually win the game now. Spearcliff this is a very reasonable card all on its own. It's a 2/4 flight for 4 that makes it Valor, so it can be like a 3/5 for 5, or you can spread the Valor out to something like Iotachi Cavalry that can pay us off for having it. This is kind of interesting. So I mentioned willing to splash like Phoenix Guard Lancer. I don't know if I'm quite willing to splash Cloudbounder. Maybe I am. I honestly don't hate that. Cloudbounder's a pretty powerful card. I also could just like take the Boisterous Ballad to stay on Shard. I'm probably supposed to just take the Boisterous Ballad here. I think prioritizing the Chastise is one of the best pieces of common removal, but like we have 3 pieces of the best uncommon removal in the format. So I think I'm just going to take the Ballad here as a chance to have more threats. 10 out of 10 going to go ahead and grab the Iotachi coins here. The way this deck is shaping up, we're probably a Ruby Diamond Ada deck, and cycling this Iotachi coins means we can ramp into Ada on turn 4, which is very powerful. Battle Scrivener probably, just like on the play defensive plan. None of these other cards are particularly exciting. Webborn Apostate still being here, 7 picks in, is like kind of a sign that Sapphire's open. This card is just very, very good with all the 5-charge champions in Sapphire. That being said, I think Scrivener's the pickup for us. Nothing super exciting in here either. The Revision is a playable trick, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that as well. Alright, another Scrap Tooth Gnasher. 10 out of 10 willing to pick that up here at this point in the game. Wow, a Bushy Wield. So there is a Determined Bushy in that pack, which is definitely one of the better wild uncommons in this format. So I'm not really quite sure what everyone else at the table is in. But like good Sapphire commons and good wild uncommons are going late. So maybe I'm in the wrong thresholds. But we've got triple Decree of Banishing, so probably not. We got double Scrap Tooth Gnasher here, so hopefully we can get a pair or 2 or 3 Brute Crown Bashers in this last pack if we're really lucky. I don't know if we're like in first pick territory for Brute Crowns, but we're probably pretty close. This card can exhaust Brute Crown Bastion, give it +3/+3. And if you curve Brute Crown into Scrap Tooth, you get to deal 2 damage to something. So our deck will just be full of removal at that point. I think super exciting here. I think the Adamantine Cavalry is probably our best pickup. We're going to be prioritizing picking up Valors for the Ayotachi Cavalry anyway. So, like, having this at our top end as a 4/4 Flying Swift Striker is probably, like, DC+. Nothing super exciting here. I guess I'll grab the Tale of Compassion. No, I'll grab the Stalaga Mage. I don't really want to get run out by that card. Not a whole lot going on here. I guess I'll grab the Talon Keep Watcher. It's possible I should have grabbed that out of the previous pack, too. I think we passed one of those. Rust Bucket Distractor is a card I'm basically never playing. This is the most powerful card in the pack, but if it's gone this late, no one's playing it. Sanguine Boon or Apprentice Earthcaller are probably the most likely to see play out of that pack. We actually only have like 15 playables here. I suppose like Vanquish or Friar Tusk or Awaken Herald or Raccoon Lookout could all be playable, but hopefully we have a strong pack 3 here so we don't have to play any medium minus cards in our main deck. I guess Gravebane Vial's worth picking up because it's just like a cantrip that we can play in the main deck and not feel too terrible about. I wonder if we're fighting with other people for diamond cards, and that's why there's so many wild cards going late. Hopefully we're not going to be fighting with anyone for ruby in the 3rd pack. I guess a Gain Ground is potentially playable too. We might have been in the market for that 4/5/4 actually, since we're going to be in ruby diamond and we could have put Flight Net. Might have been a mistake taking the Gain Ground that we're likely not going to play over that, which we might. Alright, show me the Lava Shapers. Show me the Lava Shapers! Alright. Alright, fam. Deranged Marauder is very good. Quality card. Whenever Troop Control attacks this in your hand, it gets +1. That being said, there's a Mama Yeti here, and this is pack 1. Or pick 1. So, yeah, we're just going to snap this Mama Yeti. And hope. We got 7 shots at a baby. And this is gambling, right? Because, like, we're kind of hurting for playables, and we 10 out of 10 play the Deranged Marauder. We can even put a Valor Gem in it to, like, up our Valor production for, like, the Ayotachi Cavalry and the Adamantine Cavalry. But let's hope Mama finds a baby, because Mama Yeti here, she 10 out of 10 gonna win us some games if we get to play her. I believe. Do you believe in magic? Come on. Come on. All right. 1 down, 6 to go. Fireball is powerful, but realistically, we're not going to be able to play it consistently. Spearcliff Captain is one of the better uncommons in this format. 2/2 for 3 creates a Valor. Valor's troops we control get flight when it attacks, so just go ahead and pick that up. We want to be a little bit heavier in Diamond because we're going to play Ada anyways. 6 more shots at a baby Yeti. 6 more shots at a baby Yeti. 6 more shots at a baby Yeti. Alrighty, I think, again, because of these Decree of Banishings and the Feed the Flames, we're in the market for threats as opposed to removal right now, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Ashwood Transmuter here. There could be an argument for, like, taking the 3/2 Swift Striker or the Dawn Scout. Like, this pack's pretty good for us. Hopefully the Fire in the Hull, the Dawn Scout, or the Fierce Justicar wheel, but I think Transmuter is definitely the pickup I want. Discard a card, create a random Ruby comment, and put it into your hand. This lets us upgrade a Shard into something else in the mid to late game, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Ashwood Firebrand here. This is just one of the best 2-drops in the set. Fading quickly are our hopes and dreams of a Baby Yeti. This is our 4th pack here, so we are halfway through the amount of packs that a Baby Yeti could be appearing in. So we can't play Mama Yeti without a baby. So Baby Yeti, please come home to Mama. Mama just wants to ride. Mama just wants to protect you and your little pumpkin stealing ways. Pick you up and ride on Mama's back. But 19 playables right now. We're only going to have 18 playables without this. Transmuter versus Spearcliff Captain here. These are both pretty good. The Spearcliff Captain generating a Valor, I think it makes it more reasonable for us. We also haven't seen any Brute Crowd Bashers, which means these Scraptooth Ashers aren't particularly playable either. So, like, we've got a deck with a lot of good removal here, but, like, got three more shots at a Baby Yeti. 3 more shots at a Baby Yeti. 3 more shots at a Baby Yeti. Come on. Come on, Kismet. I believe. I've passed so many Baby Yetis. And we passed the Deranged Marauder for this mama. Don't punish us. Don't punish us. Send the baby home. Send a baby home. Alright, well, at least we're getting playables. We have two more shots to the Baby Yeti. This pack is definitely the Warband Ruffian. Go ahead. Hide this mama for now. And ideally hide these Scraptooth Dashers, I think, too. So we're down to 18 playables. We need 5 playables with 11 cards left. Holy crap. Well, we're definitely playing 2018 resources. Probably want to anyways, but we're definitely doing it because we don't have enough playables otherwise. We're already going to have some stinkers in the deck. Ugh. You can play this Awaken Herald just to, like, help fix a little bit since we have some double ruby cards. Like, this one's triple ruby. Alright. We've got one last shot. It's the chance to roll. This Yeti could come once more in this draft time. I guess I only have 3-4 pieces of removal, and usually I like 5 pieces of removal in a quality deck, so, like, picking up this Lamify might be okay. We also passed a Lamify earlier, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Adamantine War Priest. This card's pretty good with the Valor producers we already have. The attacks gets +1 for each Valor Tributral, so if you Valor this, it attacks as a 4-3. And just like that, our hopes and dreams of having a Mama Yeti to play were dashed. Just completely gone. And that other card that we passed forward is almost certainly not coming back to us. Oh, sad day. Oh, sad day. Going to weep silently for the Mama Yeti that could have been. Drafting this in set 555 was so good because you just had like 2 more packs or 2.5 packs usually to find a baby. And occasionally you're like, all right, pack 3, let's snap this mama and then try and get a baby in 1 pack. Now you can only try and get a baby in 1 pack. It's so terrible. It's so terrible and sad. These mamas everywhere go without their babies and babies without their mamas. It's cruel. We're gonna grab this Fireball here. It's gonna be difficult to cast, but we've got this Awaken Herald for some fixing at least. And here we have 22 moderately playable cards. We find something else that's a little bit aggressive. Whoa, that Fire in the Hole came back around. This Battle Scrivener is gonna go away now. The next upgrade out of the deck is probably either the Tanker Trunk or the Fireball, just because the Firebolt is difficult to cast. The Fire in the Hole means we've got 5 pieces of removal without the Fireball, so it's probably worth leaving the Fireball at home. None of these are particularly playable. Crackling Clash? I don't think there's anyone in Wild at this table between the Bushi wielding earlier and this Crackling Clash going this late now. Yep, looks like this is going to be our 22. The Fireball's a little medium minus. We'll just go 9-9 on the threshold, straight down the middle. Do we have any sockets in this deck? We don't actually, right? Yep. This is definitely an aided deck, so we can go to a little bit mid-range and grind a little bit with her. She helps stabilize boards when people try and go a little bit bigger than us. Do the double check. Yep, sweet. Save it up. At any rate, hope you enjoyed the draft portion of today's video. Remember to stay tuned for some gameplay followed by a wrap-up segment. Remember, if you enjoy today's videos, like them on YouTube and share them on your social media. If you enjoy my content, there's a couple different ways you can support me past that. The first is by subscribing on YouTube. That doesn't cost you anything. You can also support my content directly by either subscribing on Twitch for varying cash amounts or becoming a patron on Patreon. Finally, you can support my content by supporting my sponsors. HexPrimal.com would love to sell you some Hex TCG singles, and if you do so at their checkout by using code Jeff5, you'll save 5% on your orders while also supporting my content here. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for some gameplay right now, folks.